May I now request Mr. T.A.B. Bharati to kindly take the stage and deliver his special address. Sir, the stage is all yours.
Good morning. Good morning. My goodness. Thank you very much. Dignitaries on stage, respected all guests who have come, entrepreneurs and Imtof officials and my fellow professionals. Thank you very much for making me the first opening batsman of this particular program. I'm really honored. I don't know. It so happened I was here on 2024 inauguration. I do not know why they call me again in 2026, but I see there is a palpable change happened in these 2 years. These 2 years has been tremendous change. It's not an incremental change, a paradigm change has happened in these 2 years for various reasons, right? India has changed dramatically in these 2 years. In every measure, whatever we could think of, we have changed for good, in fact. Of course, there are geopolitical scenarios, geopolitical pressures which has come in last 1.5 months or maybe 1 month. We don't know, the future is really uncertain. Every day we are grappling with the situation, what will happen tomorrow, right? You know, they used to say, whenever, let us say, a large conglomerate, a business conglomerate, the chairman of the company opens in the morning and say, this is the price and that will be the price. Today, our good friend, the top man of USA, has become that particular person, wakes up every day morning, says, I will bomb this, I will not bomb this, I will withdraw, I will not withdraw. We do not know what he talks about. But unfortunately, we are in a world, we have to go through that process. That is the big change we are facing on a day-to-day basis. As business people, as entrepreneurs, and in the professional world, we have to go by all these things. It is our day-to-day practice. Now, what exactly is happening in terms of this particular exhibition? No, we are last time when I said the same thing. 2024, we want to be one of the powerhouse. India to be the powerhouse in manufacturing, because manufacturing is going to give you the kind of a strength what other sectors cannot give. UK, if you take United Kingdom into it as a manufacturing powerhouse, it had all the strength. Today, I'm not very sure, you can correct me if I'm wrong, today is no more a manufacturing powerhouse. It's a service-dependent country. But India's contribution to the world, if you look at, hardly noticeable, 3.2%. 3.2% of the global manufacturing is India's contribution vis-a-vis any country. If you take China, it's about 28%. America is 17%. We are fifth, maybe fifth, but not by numbers, right? So India has to grow in manufacturing, and manufacturing will be our strength, and this, which is contributing 18% to our GDP. So India's manufacturing strength has to increase. And this particular Imtof and you associations are very, very critical of it. But what ails our manufacturing industry per se? One, very important, we are not original researchers. Don't take me wrong, I am also included. We are not original researchers. Our research spending is, don't take abysmal if I'm allowed to say that. Hardly anything. 0.5%, 0.6% is our research spending. With comparative to other countries, I don't want to say, it's all very high. Hardly anything. The moment we say R&D, what is that? We don't do a original research. The original research, innovative research should be our target. And this particular association, people in this room are in the right place, right people to do it better, right? We are supposed to spend more money on research. Original research only can take us. India is great in software industry. What are we doing? We don't do, we do body shopping. That's all, as simple as that, right? We exactly do body shopping. We don't do any big, are we great in hardware technology? No. right? Do we have a original research technology? No. We need to go to that place. That's what is going to bring India to a better place. And this group, this place is the right place because you are in the forefront to do it, right? Second, we are seeing that today there is a human capital crunch, right? Right kind of people are not available. We do have a lot of people, but we have got only heads. Do we have right kind of hands, right kind of thinking people who could take us? Because the world is changing so fast. I don't know, everybody is going to talk about it. Artificial intelligence has become a key word everywhere. Everybody is talking about it. Is it going to take our charge? Are we ready to compete there? Right? And this association, what I said last 2 years before, you are supposed to be responsible. You are responsible to bring about the human capital also. I said, Imtof or whatever the association should bring in a lot of training activities for people to compete in this competitive world. So that's very, very important. The third is we are supposed to collaborate a lot, right? Every industry has got its own USPs. We need to collaborate. We need to take the best points of every industry. Today, that's a great thing. You have joined, 2 associations have joined, right? That's a big hallmark. I'll tell you, that's a big change. Because we are going to have a cross-learning. Phenomenal cross-learning can come. So collaborative effort has to come in a big way. The last point, which I don't know whether it is a bane for India, we are very slow in executing our projects. We are very, very slow. You can see, I don't know, if Chennai, people from Chennai can understand, hardly we are gloating ourselves that Velachery, St. Thomas Mount, MRTS has been inaugurated. Arey yaar, how long this has been waiting? Hardly for 500 meters of rail line, just 500 meters of rail line, we have waited for almost 9 years, right? And we gloat and say, oh, Velachery, St. Thomas Mount, MRTS has started. Fine, at least it has started. Good. Right. Now, the faster pace of execution is the requirement of the day. We need to work on this by way of these associations because you have got a collective strength. This collective strength, which is coupled with your passion to do something for the country, is going to be taking in a big way. I'm very glad today you're exhibiting the technological advancement. I just saw some of them. The innovative technologies which are being shown, right? That is what is going to change India's position in the global world. And honestly, we are in the very right place today. Every company you take, any organization, now today the mantra is China +1. So we are in the, everybody has already given China as a position because they are 28%. But today, every industry, every organization is talking China +1. And fortunately for us, that +1 is India. Let us grab this opportunity, let us do better things, and collectively, you can do a lot. I know Imtof can do a lot of things. I'm seeing a lot of innovative machines which have come in because technology is changing. What was yesterday is not today. So obviously we need to do more. And this collective intelligence and collective association will bring us very big advancement and achievement. I'm very glad and congratulate the Imtof people who have come together to do this, and of course the Institute of Plastic Engineering and other things who are supporting this. And this exhibition should pave way for doing much, much better things. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I now invite a visionary leader who has dedicated nearly 3 decades to the growth and empowerment of MSMEs across India. With a strong foundation in textile engineering and deep expertise in project formulation and management, he has played a transformative role in driving industrial development from pioneering sericulture initiatives to strengthening small-scale industries and employment generation across diverse regions, including the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Currently serving as the Director at the MSME Development and Facilitation Office, Chennai, he continues to shape policy, guide entrepreneurs, and contribute to key institutions fostering innovation and expertise. May I now request Shri S. Suresh Babuji to kindly address the gathering. Sir, we look forward to your insights.
And the other dignitaries on the dais, my dear participants, good morning to all of you. It's a very wonderful occasion that I am being here for addressing in front of you and in front of the great industries of this particular exhibition. We are at the MSME DFO, MSME Development and Facilitation Office. Our earlier name was Development Institute. Now it has been renamed as Development and Facilitation Office. What it means that we have to facilitate rather than the pushing you, no, just threatening you or like that. So our ministry is mainly focused on formulation of policies and programs for the development and progress of MSMEs in India. You know very well that our previous speaker told that manufacturing industry contributes about 18% of the GDP. Out of this 18%, 50% is contributed by MSMEs. May be proud that all micro, small and medium enterprises giving a significant contribution in industrial production as well as for the export of goods also, goods and services, almost 40% being exported. So, if these are, you will be proud that MSME is creating a significant role in employment creation also. So, our role is for making you to facilitate for MSME registration. Very recently, our Selvam President of time I was telling that there is a requirement of Udyam registration 2.0 and we keep on modify it for facilitating you. Very recently that investment limit as well as turnover limit for categorizing the MSMEs right from up to 500 crore turnover being increased. Earlier it was just 50 crore. It was increased to 500 crores from just 50 crores earlier. So everybody can come into the MSME. Recently, the government of India, under the scheme RAMP, Rising and Acceleration of Performance of MSME, and it is a well-funded scheme. There is two schemes being introduced, monitored by SIDBI. That is a GIFT, Green Investment and Funding for Transformation. That is your green investment like solar energy, EVs or whatever it is you call it. And also there is a SPICE scheme, scheme for promotion of investment in circular economy. So this first scheme that gift is up to 2% is interest subvention is there. Up to 2 crore, 2% interest subvention, up to 2 crore rupees is available. And another scheme, SPICE, up to 12.5% as of capital subsidy scheme is there. So these two schemes are very recently being introduced. Among other schemes, like cluster development scheme, we are doing a lot of things in Erode for making the plastic industries, madam, to make a common facility center. They were telling that waste management is a plastic waste management is a big issue, and we are trying to solve it through a common funding. There is a grant, 80% grant from the government of India and 10% from state government and another 10% investment from the that SPV, that members. So these are the things up to 30 crore you can create the facilities for common facilities center. நம்ம தமிழில் சொல்லலாம் பொது பயன்பாட்டு மையம். So all MSMEs we cannot afford to investment, to make a create investment, additional investment, they can go for this particular cluster development common facility scheme, facility center scheme. So among variety of schemes are available. We are implementing it through our field offices also. There is a testing center is available for testing of your product, like your steels, plastics, your paint, whatever it is. Up to for the, it is NABL accredited. So as you said, our previous speaker, the government and our India is flourishing very well. And also we recently collected a lot of information, madam, due to recent Gulf crisis, and how they can give this furnace oil or gas, industrial gases, furnace this gases and other transporting, all things, all even plastics granules also. We are thinking that how big, we can do it through National Small Industries Corporation. There is one corporation is there in our ministry. We are trying to solve the raw material supply. Anybody is facing a big problem, they can write to us. We in turn will contact our National Small Industries Corporation. We can try to help assist the raw material issues due to this particular recent crisis we are ongoing. So variety of schemes we are implementing it. You can come and directly contact us. We will be trying to solve your day-to-day problem or technological problem or finance or marketing, whatever it is. Even for marketing also, we are giving support to the participation in the all exhibitions. Around 60 stalls we are giving, and this particular event we cannot do it because of since it is the beginning of year, and we cannot do it. Maybe probably we will be doing it in exhibitions for the coming July onwards. So there is a lot of scopes for if you take barcode or if you take trademark, whatever it is, we are helping it through funding, through assisting you for your expenses which you incurred for the getting these certifications or whatever it is. So all the best for this particular event for the success. And I think most of the crowd are here only. It's a very good inaugural function being arranged by our organizers. And our Neelakandan, our organizer, is chasing me for the last 1 month. That last year I could not come, but this year they have made me to come here. And it's a very good function. I feel it is very great, and best of luck for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I now invite a distinguished industry leader who has been the forefront of innovation and excellence in the forging sector. With an exceptional academic foundation spanning Annamalai University, IIT Madras and IIM Ahmedabad, he brings decades of rich experience in engineering, research and advanced manufacturing. As Executive Vice President of Super Auto Forge, he has been instrumental in manufacturing, spearheading cutting-edge R&D initiatives, driving complex product development and securing process innovations that have earned industry-wide recognition. Under his leadership, Super Auto Forge has emerged as a pioneer in cold and warm forging, establishing a strong global footprint and setting benchmarks in technical excellence and export performance. May I now request Mr. S. Murali Shankar to kindly take the stage and deliver his address.
The dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, industry veterans, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to you all. I'm really glad that I'm amidst you to share some of my thoughts about the industry today. Today, disruption and change has become the norm of the life. See, immediately after COVID, nobody thought lockdown is going to be a possibility. Not lockdown of a simple town, lockdown of the entire global forum. Say lockdown of such a big country like India or China and even developed nations have to declare lockdown. So that changed the global outlook, and nothing is certain in this life. Then we had a lot of other disruption. There was a Red Sea issue which changed the entire footprint of logistics in the world. Then came the Ukraine war, wherein the energy was disrupted, and the entire energy management in Europe. Then now when the new president of US took over, what we used to call as a global village is no more a global village. See, the old norm again came into existence, like make in their own country, having tariff was started, and now we have a war. So this is going to be the disruptive world for the future. There is no doubt about it. Mr. Bharati talked about China Plus. There is not only China Plus, we also have Europe Plus factor now. See, today as a country, India has got a lot of advantages. We have a very good, I would say that we are at advantageous position in terms of manufacturing. And if a country has to grow, the manufacturing has to go to the next stage. Today we are only at 15% of our GDP. If we go to 25%, then we will become definitely one of the superpowers in the world. And today we are the fourth largest economy, and definitely by this 2030 we will become the third. But if you look at China, we used to call them as the duplicators of the world. So whatever they do, they duplicate. They don't have the technology. But today the things have changed. If you go to China, the kind of innovations, say we are talking about additive manufacturing, 3D printing. Today, the way they are there in 3D printing, not even developed nations are there. They have factories wherein they have a 3D printer of 1.5 meters by 1.5 meters printing mass production parts. So, and they are innovative. They are much more advanced than some of the Western nations. So they are no more the duplicators or those who copy things. They are innovation. So that is the future. Today, the machine tool industry, basically in the machine tool industries, Europe and Japan, they used to be the leaders. Now with the conditions in Europe, especially with regard to the high cost manpower, and today in Europe they are talking about 4 day a week. They are already, Spain has introduced that. All the Norwegian countries, they also gone to 4 day a week, and they are experimenting it in France and Germany. So imagine with that kind of labor, they cannot be competitive. And lot of machine tool manufacturing has to move out. And today Indian machine tool manufacturers, they have a huge advantage. But one thing is, they should not do what others are doing. They have to become more smart. You should produce smart IoT machines. Because today the quality, consistency and deliveries have become the norm, and there is no second opinion about it, and you can't have even a 1% defect. They are all calling it, no more it's a PPM, or even in between there was a parts per billion. Now they are talking about instance. One instance of non-conformance is not acceptable. So under these circumstances, a consistent quality and delivery is important. For that to happen, the manufacturing, the machine tool has to be robust. And today we have the software, we are one of the leaders, and we have the good technology. We have to become innovative and bring out machines which are smart, which will ensure all these things. Once we do it, definitely this will pave way for Indian manufacturing industry to go to the next step. For example, the field where I am coming from, forging. I am really sad to say there is no good press manufacturer in India who can make good presses. We import almost 90%, barring a small range of presses, others are imported. So that is the state of affairs. Okay, we buy imported presses or we buy second-hand presses, we are able to refurbish them much better, but we don't have the originality. That is what we should now bring in. And once we do it, sky is the limit. I'm really happy that in the last few years, there is a lot of startups have come. Today, and we are talking about, one of my previous speaker talked about the industry academic collaboration. Today, I'm really happy that in academic, they are open to having collaborative industrial approach. Say, we work with IIT Madras. Earlier, IIT Madras used to be just a sort of a black box. Today, they are coming out. They are able to react, interact with industry, and proactively come out with solutions. That, if that continues, definitely we can become more progressive nation, and in terms of machine tool industry and also manufacturing, become a world leader. And definitely the point is, the globe cannot ignore India today. India will become one of the prime force for the global world to look upon and for them to gain. So we have all the ingredients now, and we also have a very good young population. But to make them skilled and to utilize them for the growth of the nation, it is up to the entrepreneurs, up to the government to have that done. If it is not done, it can also have the reverse effect. With so much of youngsters not focused properly, it can go in other direction also. So that is why I'm telling we are really in a very, very advantageous position today. And we have to look forward to capitalize on this situation, and disruption and change is going to remain, and we have to be on top of it to take India to the next stage. Thank you all for this opportunity.
I now invite a stalwart of the polymer industry whose journey reflects over 4 decades of technical excellence, leadership and entrepreneurial vision. With a strong academic foundation from premier institutions including IIT Delhi, he has built an illustrious career spanning research, industrial operations and business leadership. As the founder and managing director of Exmol Polymers, he has played a pivotal role in advancing polymer compounding solutions for diverse industrial applications. A respected figure in both national and international forums, he has represented India on global platforms, contributed to key industry bodies and consistently championed innovation and knowledge sharing in the plastics and polymer sector. May I now kindly request Mr. S. Srinivasan to kindly take the stage and share his valuable insights.
Good morning. Guests on the dais and my friends, entrepreneurs, exhibitors, to see you all in this wonderful event. I congratulate the organizers for contributing towards India's GDP. Countries like Germany, if you look at it, the bulk of the GDP comes from conducting this kind of fairs. People know the cities in Hanover was demolished at least 3 times. That means look at the kind of income they will be generating to demolish and build Hanover. Having spent about 4 decades in the industry, I thought I will share some interesting facts. Today, India's per capita consumption is only 15 kg, which is far low when compared to countries like South Korea, which is 120, Taiwan is close to 100, America is about 95, China is 80. That means we are far low even at this stage. That means huge opportunities waiting for the Indian plastic industry. See, what we thought at one point of time, the 1.4 billion is liability, but the fact is the 1.4 billion people of this country is an asset. Whether to buy, even in this country, a beggar is holding a mobile phone, sometimes one or two. That means the reachability, the polymer reachability usage is reached beyond imagination. And especially with the 1.4 billion in our, this one, we are bound to grow in the next 20 years. Now the industry, we are consuming somewhere 15 million tons. Every 10 years we are doubling it as the industry grows at 8% per annum. That means lot of investments is taking place both by government as well as the private sectors to meet the growing demand of polymers. I mean, many polymers like polycarbonate, polyacetal, nylon 66 is not made in this country. That means what? With the growing economy, we are fourth largest economy. Having at this stage, all these polymers is having a huge potential. Seeing is believing. When you are seeing an exhibition, you are enriching your knowledge, you are seeing the processing, so that I urge the people, the entrepreneurs, to put up a stall, the process, you have a network, you have your marketing opportunities, and for students, my advice is, I became an entrepreneur in the year 1992. Those days, government was encouraging engineers to become entrepreneurs. Today, the scenario is totally different. If you have a saleable idea, somebody is there to invest on you. So, grab this opportunity to become an entrepreneur and to contribute to our India's growth. So, again, participating in this kind of exhibition or fairs, you are enriching your knowledge. So, I urge you to spend time, have your knowledge, enrich your knowledge, and be a part of growth story of India. I once again thank organizers for being a part of building India's nation. Finally, thanks Mr. Neelakantan for having me here. Thank you.
We now have a special message from Dr. Shishir Sinha, Director General, CIPET, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Government of India. With profound privilege and honor, I am pleased to know that Imtof 2026 and IPPEX 2026 are being organized by the Madras Mission Tools Manufacturer Association from April 2 to 6 at Chennai Trade Centre. These exhibitions serve as an excellent platform for showcasing the latest advancements and innovations in machine tools, engineering technologies, plastics and polymer industries. Such initiatives play a vital role in strengthening industry-academia collaboration and promoting technological development in the manufacturing sector. I am confident that the event will provide valuable opportunities for industry professionals, researchers, and entrepreneurs to exchange ideas and explore new avenues for growth. I extend my best wishes for the grand success of Imtof and IPPEX 2026, and I look forward to seeing these exhibitions emerge as remarkable and impactful industry events. Now we have Dr. Nayak, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Ravenshaw University, an innovative polymer industry strategist with 36+ years of expertise in polymer technology from R&D to real-world industry applications. He also has a dual PhD, Polymer Science and Engineering, DSc, Polymer Technology. Dr. Nayak has spent more than 3 decades as a researcher, trainer, and industry consultant, touching millions of lives directly or indirectly in mentoring, inspiring, and most importantly, making polymer and allied industries better. Let us give a big round of applause and welcome, sir.
Good morning, Vanakkam. After 5 long years, I am entering Chennai Trade Centre. There was a time, every year, 2-3 times you come to the dais, address people, and a very joyful time that time. Respected Srimati Rajalakshmi, my friend, close friend, Thiru Srinivasanji, Dr. Sisir Sinha probably could not come because of his busy schedule. Sri S. Murali Sankar, S. Suresh Babuji, Sri T.A.V. Bharti, Dr. D. Vinod Babu, R. Jayachandran, my friend Nilakanthan, my lot of CPET team led by Mr. Ilangovan, and industrialist, dear, some few students are there, ladies and gentlemen. When I got this request to come here to address the plastic industries, I was just thinking from IPPX, molds, dyes, process and raw materials. I was told it was in regular things. I'm sorry, the International Machine Tool Fair was a regular thing. And then this plastics and polymer joined this year. So I think it's a deadly cocktail, 2 sides of the coin. The materials, the tools, dyes, they go together. So I think this idea of bringing 2 things together is an unique thing. This time is happening, and I must congratulate the team that they understood the need, because you have a lot of tool and dyes exhibitions, a lot of plastics exhibitions separately. But when you bring together this, the people have a feel of both the materials and the machines and the tools and dyes. Friends, just now Mr. Srinivasan told the opportunities in raw material. I can say the per capita consumption is very high, and if we have 1 cracker every year, an investment of 30,000 crore, we may have to go for at least 15 years, another 15 crackers to meet the requirement of this country. This is a great opportunity. But we have come to a point of halt because of the war, which you are all aware, West Asia war. I was talking to my friend Marimuthu. What's happening? All the industries are closed. Government has introduced force measures, so it's only crude oil, doesn't go to cracker, so you have petrol, diesel, LPG and nothing else. It's almost 6 weeks. 80 rupees, polyethylene has become 160 rupees. Now, a lot of crackers of IOCL, GAIL, HPCL shut down. And imagine if this continues, what is going to happen this petrochemical industries, raw material industry. So it's a huge challenge for all of us. Till yesterday, we didn't know what is this Hormuz Strait. Nobody was aware of Hormuz Strait. Small chicken neck is stopped. Thousands of ships have been stopped. And you must be aware, at least 25 billion US dollar only petrochemical material is to come to various countries and majorly to the China, India. So it's a huge challenge, and if it continues, I think the industry will shut down. It's shut down already because nobody can afford to buy 170 rupees SDP material or 120 rupees PVC material and go to the market. So we all strongly believe that this war must stop, and the cracker will take at least 2-3 months to revive, to bring it back. So it's a big challenge for all of us to really look into how to come across. So I feel this is an opportunity for people get into the recycling. When I say recycling, in our country, when we say recycling, people look at it as a mechanical recycling. But we must know there are 4 types of recycling which you must focus: chemical recycling, mechanical recycling, physical recycling, and organic recycling. These are the technology which is available, and I think the industry should go to those areas with the condition of MOEF insisting to get into from linear economy to circular economy. If you see the last waste management rule which has been implemented from 1st April 2026, they insist on circular economy. There has to be 4 ways of segregation. The 4 ways will be wet, dry, sanitary, and special hazardous. So segregation is the issue which is to be challenged, and being the chairman in various recycle committee of FSSI, I tell you today it has become mandatory to use 30% of recycled PET in every PET bottle. You can't sell a single bottle unless you have 30% recycled. Imagine drinking water, overall migration, specific migration, how carefully has to be made, and what sort of food grade our PET has. So technology has gone from that level to super clean recycling. Similarly, in chemical recycling, you have polymer to monomer, and again it goes to cracker, so you have a circular economy. So this is one thing which I strongly believe has to be looked into with this type of situation. The second point is, during our period, we had 8-month struggle, we have decided, the Government of India decided to ban 19 items of single-use plastics. Now those items today, the conventional plastics are not allowed to use. What we have bagasse, we have wood, we have a lot of materials which are not getting into this. So imagine today, if we have a bio-based material which are biodegradable and compostable conditions, then what sort of benefit this country can have. And today the rate of bio-based material is same as a polyethylene and polypropylene because of the shooting. So bio-based material conforming to 17088, we have materials, and it is a great first of its kind. PLA company has come to India with Balrampur Chini, has made first of its kind material of 80 KT, and it will go up. So material is not a scare, a lot of materials being imported. So I think we must look this type of alternative things to address our single-use plastics. This is, I strongly believe. Then we have to look into the EPR, Extended Producer's Responsibility, Category 1, Category 2, Category 3, Category 4. So all these materials are available. Ministry of Environment is talking about circular economy, which is a mandatory become. So I think these are the things which we must look. Government of India is supporting Bio E3. What is Bio E3? Huge money is coming in Bio E3. Again, these materials are coming into category. One is E for environment. So environment means your material has to have carbon reductions, and E for economy, and E for employment. So imagine these are the things which have come. I do not want to talk much. Today I was told the custom duty has been exempted for few materials till 30th of June. These are all short-term measure. Unless we realize that these are the synthetic materials which cater to the needs with good quality of recycling, and these are the items which goes for the bio-based materials, I think India can progress further. Thank you very much for calling me. It's a wonderful feeling coming here and talking to all my friends, and it's always a pleasure. Chennai is I always believe Chennai is my home, and I really enjoy coming here every now and then. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. We now have Srimati Rajalakshmi Devaraj, IDAS, the Zonal Additional DGFT, heading the Southern Zone of Director General of Foreign Trade under Ministry of Commerce, Government of India. A graduate in chemistry and an MBA in finance, she has also completed MA in public administration and masters in computer applications. Her earlier assignments include being the financial advisor to the Southern Naval Command, Kochi, and Southern Air Command, Thiruvananthapuram, under Ministry of Defence. She was a director in Ministry of Home Affairs and Ministry of Finance. She was also associated with the Aadhaar project as director in UIDAI. She has worked with United Nations as finance officer for peacekeeping forces. Let us all clap our hands so loud for this lady in green.
A very good morning to all of you. Vanakkam. In fact, a lot of wisdom has already been shared by the doyens who are there on the dais. Very practical how they have grown, and Professor was even more, has gone into the depths of how we can use recycling for sustainability of industries, especially now that we are all seeing a shock which is happening in the last 1 month. In fact, I am a student of chemistry, and I was surprised when director from the Anna University was here, because I'm an alumni of applied chemistry before going into civil services. And after joining civil services, my entire tenure has been on the security and strategy side. So you would have seen that's why I've been in home affairs and all that. And then I've come to trade. And for the last 3 years when I've seen commerce, trade will be the backbone of the country. If the country has to grow, that's why if you see the targets, if even we need to ensure the security of this country, as long as our trade grows and our strategy with other countries grows, we will be strong and protected, because other countries need our goods, we need their technology, and it's a collaborative relationship. When I say collaborative relationship, all of you have to look into the nature. Nature is always in a collaborative relationship. One feeds the other. If the whole ecosystem is not there, nature cannot sustain itself. So whether it's a plant, seed, the leaves will decay, the worm will, so it is constantly feeding to the another thing. Nothing can be linear. For a strong, sustainable environment, nothing can be linear. So this is a basic principle. So all of us who are innovators, every businessman, every industry is actually an innovator. Starts from the drawing board, how to manufacture, how to trade, how to sell, everything goes into it. But as you do that, we need to look at sustainability also. So I was very happy when he was talking about recycling and how you have to see which materials require complete raw material and which can be used from the recycling industry also. We should know, like we should go back to the drawing board to understand how to sustain our industries. And it's very important to have these shocks also. COVID was one shock. It's like, a vaccination. You get to know only when that threat is there, what are the opportunities available. Now this this skirmish or this war which has happened is giving a new threat with reference to energy security. Really speaking, we are if the war doesn't stop, we will be having a lot of issues with reference to raw materials, especially fertilizers and other things. You have to understand, because that's basically going into the food production cycle. So we are on a threshold of a big problem, but as a country with 140 crores minds, I'm sure we will be innovative enough to do something so that we don't go into the real dreaded situation. And we need to pray for it. Really speaking, all our thoughts, the fact that I was very happy when I came here, I just went around a little bit of the stalls to see the strength of the, I was very happy to see so many stalls, so many people coming here, because this is, this particular exhibition is a collaborative approach, both machine tools and plastic. So one part of the ecosystem and another part of ecosystem has come. I would be happy if even other things come into play, like packaging and all those kinds also come into, because all of you have to understand everything forms a part of your thing, and you are supportive of a whole big universe, which is maybe, it may be your manufacturing cycle, it may be the world, it may be, but all of you need to support each other so that you can really grow up and create also more wealth. You see, value addition as a country where we were basically a producing country and now we are moving to a manufacturing country, the more important thing is how much of value you are adding to the products which you are creating. The more value you add, the more value you get for the time you spend on your work. All of us have limited time. Life is limited. Every day is only 24 hours. Time is also money. In fact, somebody was talking about delayed projects. Yes, every delayed project is a lot of value lost. It's not something very small to look at. So time, I give a lot of value to the time, because if you don't do something in a particular period of time, it is of no use. So each of us, when we are working also, we may think, oh, it's delayed only by 1 month, only by 2 months, but it may have far-reaching consequences later on. If you don't innovate, again now I can tell you, when I started, when I was studying, you need to go to the library to take books. Today everything is in a palm top. Palm top was a question for me in civil services. Today in the mobile you can see anything and you don't need to go to the library to take it. Today you have, this is a small thing, but when you come to the other side, you have AI. AI gives so many things. So all of us, if we have not understood what is that new technology, even you may be 60-year-old, whatever it is, you need to go into it to understand what it is. Today it is like a treadmill. To stay where you are, you should keep running, because the world is changing by the minute. There is no, I am just telling you the present state of the world, and all of us, even in government, 30 years back in 96 when I joined government, and what it is today is very, very different. We need to go back to the drawing book. Practically 1 week back we would have been planning something else, and this week we are planning completely a different thing. So it's very different stage in which maybe the earth is evolving to, or the world is evolving to. We all are part of the world only, but we need to be ready for what it is. This is what is the opportunity the world is showing us. This is the mirror it is showing us. We also need to interact with it in the same way. Old methods, past methods may not work in the new scenario. It is, before and all we will say time-tested method available hai. Time-tested for only fundamental principles. Time, hard work, all those are time-tested. But what as a procedure man has created, they may have been time-tested but may not work in the new technology world. 3D printers is again a new threshold in technology. It is important for India also, because even though we may have labor and everything, skilling the labor and keeping the labor for years together. Earlier and all, somebody joins a company will be there for 30 years. You cannot expect it anymore. If somebody sticks to a company for even 5 years, I would be very surprised. So which means the way a system or a procedure or the way resilience has to be built into the processes is far more important today. Otherwise, actually, one small thing can create such a big risk and such a big loss also. So, my job to you, because being on the government side, understanding from a very top level of how information is flowing and what are the risks and what are the issues which are facing us on a day-to-day basis, I am only conveying to all of you that you all also need to be ready to adapt to this, and among yourself, among the industries, you need to collaborate far more. It is no more it should always be a win-win relationship. There is no win-lose relationship at all. You have to know how to collaborate and make the cake bigger. There is no, crab mentality of drawing down each other. That cannot work in the future world. Importance has to be given for networking. This exhibition itself, I hope all of you take advantage of it. Collaborate more, look at your cross relationships, see what can be, developed more. You may be needing something, but that is not, somebody else is doing something, whether they can do that for you. You need to go into go to the drawing board, and this is an opportunity. From coming back to DGFT, you have to understand, we want to promote more exports. Exports also help in developing our technology. When you know what the world is requiring, you will come to know what is the best of the technology which is required. If you see our schemes also, we have an Export Promotion Capital Guarantee Scheme, EPCG. Now there you can, whatever, if you want to export goods, whatever capital good you need, you can import them without taxes. So we are giving an impetus to improve your technology to export. So most of you who are just domestic manufacturers, please look into it whether you can do even a 5% or 10% of your trade into exports, because that will help you to look into whether you can upgrade your technology. It will also help you to improve, look at what can be done with the available policies of the government for improving, because capital is also very important, right? So you need to look at what are the schemes available for you to improve your technology, okay? Second thing is, there's a new program called Export Promotion Mission. Now this is a 5-year program where we are targeting the MSME. I'm very happy director from MSME is here because MSMEs are the basic group of industries whom we are going to really concentrate in the next 5 years, because we want to strengthen them. We want them to be our pillars of the thing. And they also, because there are so many numbers, they will be good in creating asset creation as well as wealth for the country. You see, each MSME, if they grow even 10%, will be far more helpful for the whole country, because they, the trickle-down effect and the growth in the rest of the, wherever they are located, will be far more. So our focus will be on MSMEs. And Export Promotion Mission, we have 2 broad pillars. One is Niryat Protsahan and one is Niryat. Protsahan means encouraging, and Niryat Disha is the direction. You see, till now we never had export bill factoring, we'd never had things like testing and all these we are doing for the rest of the other country requires testing, so but that is not getting reimbursed. All these will be now, they are now for the MSMEs. If you come online and you put it, we are going to reimburse those costs. So that way you're aligning them to the requirements of the rest of the world also. Also the MSMEs will also come to know how the quality of the product has to improve. So, so this Export Promotion Mission has a far bigger objective. In fact, since I come from Aadhaar, I still remember identity as a platform was a basic requirement from a financial angle. Nobody will, and I'm from the finance background actually. So finance, UPI today, what you are seeing is only because identity as a platform became easier for the mobiles to do KYC. Otherwise, UPI cannot work. So you needed another platform for it to build upon. So coming back as an analogy here into the trade, export promotion mission का जो platform अभी होगा, that will be the builder for us to enable us to grow more, make more exporters. As on date, we only have 1 lakh active exporters. I may have a 5 lakh IEC code, but actively, and when I say active exporter, a definition is having 1 export or 1 import in the financial year. So you can understand how little we are in the whole world. So we have a stall, DGFT has a stall here, where if you have, some of you who do not have an IEC can actually apply. It's an online method. So you can look and try to foray into the export world. The other thing which I want to leave with all of you is this, this exercise of an exhibition where you are not only networking, you should also be, you see here again, I'm very happy that there are the education institutions also here, CPET and thing. You see, we cannot, IIT is doing a very good job. In fact, we are collaborating with them on the Gemin thing where artificial diamond is being created and for that industry. But CPET being a plastic thing, you need more such collaborations because the innovation is at a very young age. You know, the people where today education can no more be only book oriented. It has to connect with the industry. So we need these educational institutions to collaborate with the industry so that some new idea which comes into a new student. I still remember my old zeolite resin for removing hard water in applied chemistry as my thesis thing. That needs capital to grow also. So we need the educational institutions to collaborate with the industry and the industry to collaborate with the educational institution so that it feeds. You get manpower, skilled manpower, and they give you the innovation or what innovation they have to work on. That comes into place. It needs a little bit of structuring, but IIT Madras may be the best educational institution based on which you can copy the structuring. You see, copying, even a child, baby, it starts to talk by copying. You start first by copying and then you start innovating. So you need to look at ways and means to collaborate and network here so that we can actually build on our R&D. R&D is very pathetic in the country and that needs a lot of effort. And it is not a difficult task. Once you collaborate, within 5 years, it will be far more. I'm happy that the professor told me that in the last 5 years, this has changed a lot. And somebody said in the last 2 years also, the exhibition has improved. So, which means there's a lot of improvement. But this is an era of opportunity for the country. The government, we are getting into the programs. In fact, we are facilitating a lot. Please do attend some of our programs, in fact, where we teach everything today. Then I leave you with 2 websites, dgft.gov.in and tradeportal.gov.in. Please go into these websites. Lot of information is there. What are the opportunities, everything. Because all the new FTAs, in this small talk, I can't explain all the new free trade agreements and everything which has come. But which product, how much of duty is saved, everything you will get on tradeportal.gov.in. And with this, I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. And I wish all of you the best of luck and please, and abundant prosperity in your life. Thank you.
Morning to all of you. So on behalf of Madras Machine Tool Manufacturer Associations, it's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this special occasions of the inaugural ceremony of Imtof and Impacts 2026. First and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest for gracing these occasions and delivering an inspiring inaugural address. Your presence has truly elevated this event. I would also like to thank our guest of honor dignitaries on this valued sites for taking the time to be with us today. Your guidance and encouragement meant a great deal to the entire industries. So on special thanks to all our exhibitors who are all backbone of these exhibitions, your participation, innovations and trust in these platforms and what make impacts and Imtof a great success year and after year. I would also thank our sponsors, partners and supporting organizations for their continuous support and collaborations. A big thank you to all our visitors and delegates for being a part of this event and contributing to their success. I would also like to thank the acknowledgement that timeless effort for the organization team, volunteers and support staffs whose dedication their hard work had made the event much possible. Finally, we express our sincere appreciation to all our media partners for helping us to reach a wider audience and for their continued support. So with we conclude the inaugural ceremony and look forward to your active participation in the exhibitions over the upcoming day.